Okay, today we are discussing about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language, and using HTML we can implement web documents. Web documents means web forms. And markup language is a set of markup tags. Language is a set of markup tags. Set of markup tags. All web documents, all web forms described by HTML documents. Web documents described by HTML tags. So HTML tags means, suppose if you want to display some paragraph, okay, or some content, you can use p tag to display some paragraph, sample paragraph. Okay, so this is the paragraph tag in HTML to display paragraph in web document. So this is the simple tag. So we have a number of elements, like a number of tags in HTML document, like paragraph, development, span, okay, inputs and scripts and HTML body. So all these are HTML elements, HTML tags. First of all, we have to know the versions of HTML. HTML versions. Version and released year. HTML 1.0 version released in 1991, and HTML 2.0 version released in 1995, and HTML 3.2 version released in 1997, and HTML 4.01 released in 1999, and after that XXHTML. This is the version. The main important version, XHTML, and after that present latest version is HTML 5. So released in 2014. So these are the history of HTML and versions. HTML 1.0, 2.0, 3.2 and 4.01, XHTML and HTML5. So Okay, the main features of HTML, all these versions. In HTML 1.0, what is the main important features? So it supports inline images and text controls. Inline images and text controls means we can add the image into the HTML document and we can place the text box in HTML document also. So here the syntax for add image in HTML document. Image source is the path of image, and image and this is the syntax for add HTML image into the HTML document, and width for the image and height for the image and closing tag. So these are the main important attributes to add the image in HTML document. So source is the image path. We have to give the image path in source attribute, and image width, so we can give the width in pixels or percentage. 200 pixel or 200%. We can give the 2 pixels or percentage, and height also same, 200 pixels or percentage. So inline images syntax is, so we have to use image tag to add the image in our web document, and text controls means text boxes. You can write HTML tag for text boxes like text. Okay, so this is the inline image and text control syntax. So HTML 1.0 supports these two features, and you cannot do you could not do the following features. First one is we cannot use tables or frames. Okay, we cannot use tables or frames, and we cannot specify font styles. We cannot specify font styles, and we cannot change the page background also. Change page background. So these are the 3 points we can't do using HTML 1.0. So and after that HTML 2.0 version. So the main important thing features in 2.0 version. 2.0 version supports more browsers, and it also supports forms. First one is forms, and forms, and the second one is we can change page background, and third one is we can use tables in HTML document. So these are the main three features in HTML 2.0. So in HTML 3.0 version, so this version allows us to include mathematical equations. So this is the one feature in 3.0, and HTML 4.0 version. In HTML 4.0 version, the first important feature is we can use style sheets. Style sheets are three types. We can apply the uh, styles for HTML elements in three ways, that is inline styles, and internal and external styles. So we can use style sheets in HTML document after 4.0. So in three ways: inline styles, internal styles, external styles. Using style sheets, you can change a document look and feel. You can change the page background and font colors, font styles for anything. And HTML 5.0 version, HTML5 version, the main important features is we does not need to specify doc type, and second one is figure element, and third one is no more types for scripts and links. And fourth one is local storage. In HTML5, this is the main important feature, local storage. So I will explain this feature deeply in AngularJS. And email inputs. And sixth one is header element. And the seventh one is footer element. And eighth one is content editable. And ninth feature is canvas elements. So canvas elements, using these elements meant we can draw graphics. So these are the HTML versions and features. So now suppose if you want to implement any HTML document, so there is a 4 steps, or you need to use any editor like a Coffee Cup HTML editor, Sublime Text Editor, and Dreamweaver or Microsoft Expression Web. So you can use any one editor to implement HTML documents, Sublime Text or Coffee Cup or Dreamweaver or anything. So here we can use Notepad also. One editor to implement HTML documents. So first step is open Notepad in our system and write HTML elements like doc type, HTML tags. So this is the sample example for HTML document. And header section and body section. So this is the simple syntax for HTML document. For any HTML document, these are the important tags: doc type HTML and HTML tag, and this is the ending tag of HTML, starting tag, this is the starting tag, and this is the ending tag, and header section and body section. So in HTML tag we have only two tags, head section and body tag, header tag and body tag. And I want to display some paragraph, so use p tag to display paragraph in HTML document. And suppose this is the paragraph content. Okay, So this is the content in paragraph. So I want to display this text in paragraph in an HTML document. So return HTML elements. In body we have to mention the all HTML tags, okay, like div element or paragraph, okay, or input types or images. For anything, any HTML element we have to mention in body tag only. So and after that save this document with the .html extension. Okay, in HTML folder there is the sample .html. So save this notepad with the .html extension. So we can execute this form in browser, so that we can execute this form. So this form saved in 6/8/2016 folder in HTML folder. So sample. So double click on this. Okay, paragraph is displayed in our HTML document. Okay, go to click on right click and go to inspect element. So you can see the HTML code in the bottom. So we have placed only paragraph, single paragraph. So it displayed only one paragraph. Suppose if you want to add multiple paragraphs, you can use multiple paragraph elements. Between these two elements we have to mention paragraph content. Okay, sample paragraph. Okay, paragraph. So okay, two paragraphs is there. So two paragraphs are displaying. So here I am using only notepad to implement HTML element. In HTML document, so first line is doc type HTML. So must and should we have to start with the HTML documents with this element, okay, with this tag. So this is the always we have to use doc type HTML tag to implement HTML documents, so that the browser knows what type of documents or what type of documents we are executing. So in HTML5 we can implement using this element. In older versions we have to specify doc type declaration also for HTML documents, that is doc type declaration DTD. DTD. So in older versions like up to XHTML version, so we have to mention doc type declaration also. Doc type declaration. So the doc type declaration specifies specifies the rules for markup language. Rules for markup language specifies rules for markup language so that the browser renders the content correctly. So that the browser render content correctly. So up to XHTML, so we have to specify DTD, so doc type declaration. And after HTML5 version, from HTML5 version, we don't want to do specify DTD from HTML5. Don't want to specify doc type declaration. So because HTML5 is not based on SGML. SGML stands for standard generalized markup language. Standard generalized markup language. So that does not require DTD reference. So up to XHTML, we have to specify DTD doc type declaration to implement HTML documents. So from HTML5 version, just we can define doc type HTML tag only. And doc type declaration means we have to specify like doc type in HTML XHTML. So we have to define like HTML and public and hyphen W3C DTD and space XHTML 1.0 and transitional and slash en, and after that again double quotes http // www.w3.org and slash tr xhtml one transitional dot dtd, and after that end tag. So up to HTML for XHTML in next up to older versions like XHTML version, we have to define the HTML document like this. So doc type public, HTML public, so DTD, so we have to specify like this. After HTML5 version, we can mention only doc type HTML. So simply the simple element to define the HTML document. So that the browser knows the what type of documents we are executing. So this is the simple example, and this is the HTML document, and this is the header section to call the JavaScript files are style sheets, and body you can place the number of elements, HTML elements. And first element is in HTML sample HTML paragraph. HTML paragraph. So using paragraph we can define block of content, you can define block of content, in HTML. Block of content in HTML. So paragraphs are defined with the p element. Okay, p tag. You can call this element or tags. Okay, tag, p tag. So using p element we can define the block of content. We can display some block of content in HTML document. So the syntax is paragraph and starting tag, ending tag. In the middle of these two elements, starting element and ending element, you have to specify some content. Okay, block of content, some content. So already in this sample example we have done this. Okay, paragraph. And the next element is image element. Okay, image element. So using this image element, you can display images in web document. Okay, web document. Use image tag to define image tag to display images, and with the attributes of with attributes source, width, height. So these are the main three attributes to display images. This is the syntax for image. So this is the ending tag for image tag, and height is the attribute, and width also attribute, and source also one attribute. So to display image in app document, we have to specify source, width, height attributes. So the example is okay. In body tag, image source attribute. In source attribute, we have to give the image path. So image path in my system. So there is a pictures image sample pictures. So copy this URL path, copy this path in and paste here, and copy this image name also, and a slash image name dot image type also JPG, and after that width. So image width and image height. Image height also 300 pixels. So save this document, image tag dot html. Okay, save notepad in with the .html extension, so that we can execute in browser. So image tag, so run this example. So image is displaying in the document. So go to inspect element and see here. So image tag and source, in source we have image path. Okay, in our local system path, pictures, sample pictures. So there is a image, and image width and image height. So we have to specify these three attributes display image. And third one is HTML headings. HTML headings. HTML headings are defined with h1 tag to h6 tags. HTML headings defined. Headings are defined with h1 to h6 tags. So we have to define the HTML headings like h1 tag, and h2 tag, h3, h4, H5, H6. Okay, these are the headings in HTML document. Headings are available in HTML. So these elements are used to define the headings. So H1 defines the most important heading, and H6 is the least important heading. So the sample example is open notepad, and these are the elements are same for all HTML documents. So just we can change in body element only H1 element, and after that H1 ending tag. So headings. So what is HTML? So this is one heading, and also same H2 also same. Okay, H2 HTML, and H3 CSS, and H4 element, okay, JavaScript, and H5 AngularJS, and Z6 jQuery. So these are the headings. So run this form, headings form. Okay, this is the most important heading and the least important heading, and H6. So go to inspect element. So observe here, H1 element is text in big size. Okay, bigger text. So the font size is 2 em, and H2 font size is 1.5 em, and H3 1.7 em, and H4 is the default font size. So that's why there is no font size, and H5 0.83, and H6 0.67. So this is the least heading. So in after heading we can mention the paragraph. About HTML. For what is HTML? So in paragraph we can define the what is HTML in paragraph. So heading and description, heading and description. So we can place the elements like this. So these are the 6 type of headings available. And another element is links. So HTML links are used to redirect from one page to another, or we can redirect direct to any website. So using links we can redirect from one page to another page, or we can redirect to another website also. So the syntax is use anchor tag a tag to define the links. Okay, suppose if you want to, redirect from our HTML document to Google, so create one link, go to Google. When you click on this link, it will redirect to Google website. So for this we have to define href attribute. This is the path of another website or another form. So http www.google.com. So when you click on this button, it will redirect to Google website. So this is the syntax for link. The example is copy this element and paste here and save this document as links.html. Okay, links. So if you run this form, it will display link. So whenever mouse pointer hover on that particular link, so the hand tool is displaying. Okay, the mouse cursor changed as hand tool. So click on this link, it will redirect to Google website. So to redirect from one page to another page or another website, so use links, and this link redirect to Google page, and another link is to redirect another web form like image tag. Okay, so how we can redirect from one page to another page? This is also same, href equal to image tag dot html form, and after that close anchor tag, click for image form. Okay, this is the text for anchor tag. So save this form and refresh this page. Okay, use break tag to display in next paragraph, next line. Okay, go to Google and click for image form. So when you click on this go to Google, it will redirect to another website, When you click on this, click for image form link, it will redirect to image form. Okay, they redirected to image tag.html. So we are in links.html. So when you click on this form link, it will redirect to image tag.html. Suppose if you want to open this form in another tab. So for this, use attribute target attribute and blank. Target value is blank. So define this attribute to display in new tab. Okay, refresh this form links.html. If you click on this link, open in new tab. Okay, it will display in new tab. So we are in links.html form. So image tag.html form is displayed. So use target equal to blank attribute to display to open new tab. The main important thing is all HTML elements are start with starting tag and ending tag. Must and should all HTMLs have starting tag and ending tag. The syntax is for HTML elements. For paragraph starting tag, this is the paragraph starting tag, and this is the ending tag for paragraph. For div element, this is the starting tag and this is the ending tag. So all HTML elements must and should we have to define starting tag and ending tag with the content in between starting tag and ending tag. All HTML elements are written with the starting tag and ending tag. So we can define content in between starting tag and end tag. Start tag and end tag. For any element, must and should we have to define starting tag and end tag. Suppose if you want to display one text box in HTML document, use input element to display text box and type is text. So in links form, I want to display some text box. Use input and type equal to text. So closing tag. So this is the closing tag and this is the starting tag for text box. Okay, this is the text box in HTML. So use input tag and type equal to text to display text box. And one more important thing is attributes. The attributes are most important for HTML elements. So using HTML attributes, using attributes we can provide additional information to the HTML, can provide additional information to the HTML elements like attributes like ID for the HTML element, and name, and width, height, and style. Okay, class is the one attribute, and href attribute, and target attribute. Okay, and source attribute. So extra. So number of attributes available for HTML elements. So all these elements are used to provide additional information to the HTML elements. Suppose, for example, to display image in our uh, HTML document, so we have to use source attribute, and width attribute, and a height attribute. So without these three attributes, we can't display image in our web document. So open this form. So remove this three. Okay, remove this three and run this. So there is no image in our document. So must and should we have to define attributes for the additional information. So because of these three attributes, image is displaying. Without these three attributes, we can't do anything. And all these attributes attributes are always specify in the starting tag only. So observe here in this image tag. So for image tag, for full screen, use 100% to height and 100% to width. And to display total background image, so we have to use some CSS property to display total background image. So I will explain this topic in CSS. So use style, background image, URL of so we have to write some CSS property. For total background image, use style attribute for body we are writing background image. uh, Background image, URL of JPG. So copy this image into this folder. Okay, this is the total background okay, page background, and this is the image tag. Okay, this is the image tag and this is the page background image. Okay, use background image to display background page background. So I will explain this all these CSS properties in CSS. So first of all we have to complete all these elements. Okay, HTML elements. So all these attributes are always specified in the starting tag only. Starting tag means, so this is the starting tag, so this is the ending tag for image. For text box, input type also one attribute text, and placeholder also one attribute, and this is the ending tag. So for paragraph also same, starting tag and end tag for paragraph. To apply any styles, use style attribute in the starting tag only. Okay, color, red color, text, sample, paragraph. So save this. Okay, text color is red color and a text box. So remove this background image. Okay, see here, paragraph text color is red color and text box. Okay. uh, okay, this is the example. Always provide attributes in the starting tag only. So for this paragraph, style property, style attribute defined in the starting tag only. So we can't define any attribute in ending tag. So these are the today topics: HTML,